Let me ask you something real. Are you living or are you just existing? Most people go through life like they're sleepwalking. They wake up, follow the same routine, eat the same meals, work the same jobs, talk to the same people, and go to bed tired and lead to wake up and do it all again the next day. But let me tell you, surviving is not living. It's not enough to simply exist. You were made for more than that. Deep inside you, there's a hunger, a fire burning that no amount of comfort or routine can ever satisfy. You want more peace, more joy, more freedom, more meaning. You want a life that makes you proud to wake up each morning. But here's the hard truth that most people won't tell you. You won't get any of that by doing the same thing over and over again. You won't find greatness hiding in your comfort zone, and you sure won't live the life you were born to live by standing still while the world moves on without you. You've heard the saying, if you want something you've never had, you must do something you've never done. It's easy to hear it, but how many actually live it? How many of us have the courage to face our own reflection and say, I'm done settling. I'm done playing small. I was made for more. Because that moment, that choice is where transformation begins. It's the moment you stop waiting for a sign, for the right time, or for permission from anyone else. It's when you get up and decide to move forward, no matter how scary it is. Now listen, fear will come knocking at your door. It will scream louder than your dreams sometimes. Fear will whisper every doubt you've ever had. What if you fail? What if people laugh at you? What if you lose everything? Fear is sneaky. But here's the flip side you need to hear. What if you succeed? What if you rise above it all? What if this one courageous step changes your life forever? Fear doesn't mean stop, it means you're on the edge of something great. Remember this, you weren't born to be average. You weren't designed to blend into the background or live a life that's safe and small. You were born to shake the earth beneath your feet, to make noise, to leave a legacy. But none of that happens if you keep doing what you've always done. You have to say no to comfort. You have to say yes to courage. Yes to discipline when no one else is watching, because the pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret, that lasts forever. Think about it. How many people are living lives that aren't theirs? How many are stuck in jobs they hate, relationships that drain them, and routines that numb their souls? Why? Because they fear change. They fear discomfort. They fear failure. But the real failure is never trying. The real failure is never becoming who you could have been. So hear me clearly. It's time to break free from that prison of your own making. Time to silence the voice that tells you you're not enough. Time to move when everyone else is frozen. Because the life you want, the life that calls to you in the quiet moments, it's not on the other side of comfort. It's on the other side of fear. Don't wait for the stars to align. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Perfect will never come. Take the step, stumble if you must, but keep moving forward. Do the thing you've never done. Take the path you've never taken. Become the person you've never been. You only get one life, one chance to break the mold, to rise above your doubts and fears, to show the world what you're really made of. So get up, move, be bold, make it count. Now listen close, because this is where most people get stuck. Fear, that invisible wall that stands between you and the life you dream of, is not just an obstacle. It's a master illusionist, a trickster that keeps you tied down with chains you can't see. It whispers lies so convincing, you begin to believe you're weak, not ready, or simply not meant for greatness. But here's the secret the winners know. Fear only controls you if you give it that power. It's not about erasing fear that's impossible. Even the bravest souls feel fear. What separates the great from the ordinary is the decision to act in spite of fear, to stare it down, and to keep moving forward even when your heart pounds and your mind screams to stop. Think about the greats. Nelson Mandela didn't escape fear after spending 27 years in prison. He learned to live with it, to harness it, and to use it as fuel for change. Oprah Winfrey faced rejection and hardship that could have crushed her spirit, but she didn't let fear define her future. Denzel Washington himself was told no more times than he can count, yet he never let fear rob him of his dreams. They all understood something crucial. Fear is not your enemy, it's your signal that you're on the edge of transformation. When you feel it, it means you're about to grow, to change, to become more than you ever thought possible. But to break free from fear's grip, you must train your mind like an athlete trains their body. You must develop mental toughness, discipline, and a mindset that refuses to quit. This means filling your mind with purpose-driven thoughts instead of self-doubt. Surrounding yourself with people who push you higher, not those who pull you down. Setting goals that scare you a little, because if they don't scare you, they're not big enough. You must wake up every day with the commitment to fight for your dreams, because the world isn't going to hand you success on a silver platter. It's going to test you, challenge you, and demand your all. And yes, you will fail sometimes spectacularly, but failure is not the end. It is the proving ground where you learn what you're truly made of. Thomas Edison, when asked about his thousands of failed attempts to create the light bulb, said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10 zero ways that won't work." Your failures are lessons disguised as setbacks. They teach resilience, patience, and grit. They forge character. They prepare you for the success that awaits on the other side. But you have to be willing to walk through the fire. You have to be willing to feel the pain of growth. You have to be willing to lose the safety of your comfort zone and risk everything for the life you want. And I promise you this, once you break the chains of fear, once you make the decision to own your power, you'll never be the same again. You'll gain a strength that no obstacle can defeat, a clarity that no distraction can cloud, and a confidence that radiates from within. You will begin to live on your own terms, free from the opinions, judgments, and expectations of others. That's real freedom. That's the power that changes everything. So the next time fear comes knocking at your door, don't hide. Don't run. Don't let it convince you to stay small. Open the door. Look it in the eye. Say, "I see you, but I'm not stopping." And then take that step forward, because on the other side of fear lies everything you've ever dreamed of. Let me tell you something you might not want to hear, but you need to. Growth is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. The life you want, it won't come wrapped in comfort and ease. It's forged in the fires of discomfort, struggle, and challenge. Every champion you admire, whether in sports, business, or life, knows this secret. They don't avoid discomfort. They lean into it. They understand that discomfort is the signpost that says, you're on the right path. Keep going. Think about training your body. No athlete builds muscle by lifting light weights or by staying in their comfort zone. They push harder, they push heavier, and their muscles break down before they rebuild stronger. The same principle applies to your mind and spirit. When you avoid discomfort, you stay stuck. You live a life that's safe but small. You settle for less than you deserve. You rob yourself of the chance to discover what you're truly capable of. But when you embrace discomfort, when you say yes to the hard things, magic happens. You build resilience. You expand your limits. You unlock potential you never knew you had. The world rewards those who push through the pain. It's not the lucky or the talented who win, it's the persistent, the determined, the ones who refuse to quit even when every fiber of their being screams stop. I want you to remember this. Every great success story is littered with moments of pain and sacrifice. No one arrives at the summit without facing storms. So when life gets hard, and don't turn away, stand tall, face the challenge. Know that every step you take through the discomfort is a step closer to your dreams, because growth lives on the other side of pain. Freedom is born in the heart of struggle. You got to train yourself to see discomfort not as your enemy, but as your greatest teacher. And when you do, you'll realize something incredible. Discomfort is not something to fear. It's something to welcome. Welcome it like an old friend who's come to help you become who you're meant to be. Listen carefully, because this is where the path splits. Do you want to keep blaming your circumstances, or are you ready to own your story? To claim your power, you must take full responsibility for your life. No excuses, no pointing fingers. Too many people spend their lives trapped in a victim mentality, waiting for someone else to fix their problems, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. But here's the truth. Your past does not define you. Your upbringing, your mistakes, your hardships, they don't have to chain you down. The moment you decide to own your story, to accept responsibility for every choice you make, is the moment you reclaim your power. No one else can live your life for you. No one else can walk your path. Think about it. When you stop blaming others, when you stop playing the victim, you stop giving away your power. You become the captain of your ship, the architect of your future. And that kind of power, true, unshakable power, changes everything. It shifts your mindset from helplessness to hope, from despair to determination. It doesn't mean life will be easy. It means you will face challenges head on, but you will face them as a warrior, not a victim. You will learn to say, this is my life, these are my choices, and I am responsible for the outcomes. And with responsibility comes freedom, freedom to change, freedom to grow, freedom to create the life you want. So today, I challenge you, stop blaming, stop waiting, own your story. No one else can do it for you. Because when you own your story, you own your power. And when you own your power, there's nothing you can't overcome. You want success? You want change? You want to build a life worth living? Then listen, consistency is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Discipline is not a punishment, it's your greatest ally. Every day, every choice, every small action stacks up. You don't build a skyscraper in a day. You lay one brick at a time. And those bricks, they're your habits, your routines, your commitment. Many people start strong. They get fired up, inspired. But when the excitement fades, they give up. Why? Because consistency is hard. Because discipline requires sacrifice. Because it demands showing up even when you don't feel like it. But here's the truth. No one tells you consistency beats talent every time. You could have all the talent in the world, but if you don't put in the work day after day, you won't get far. The ones who win are the ones who keep going no matter what. Look at the greats. Michael Jordan wasn't born a basketball legend. He became one because he practiced relentlessly. J.K. Rowling wasn't born a best-selling author. She wrote every day through rejection and doubt. Discipline creates momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence powers action. It's a cycle that, once started, becomes unstoppable. So get up every morning and commit to your goals. Show up even when it's hard. Push through the fatigue, the distractions, the doubts. Remember this: Small, consistent actions create big, lasting results. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Consistency isn't glamorous, it's not exciting, but it's the key to unlocking your potential. So, build the habit, embrace discipline, show up for yourself every single day, because your dreams don't work unless you do. The most important battle you'll ever fight is not out there in the world, it's within your own mind. Your mindset shapes your reality. It decides whether you see obstacles or opportunities, whether you give up or push forward. Too often, we get trapped by our own negative thoughts. We tell ourselves, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. Or it's too late for me. Those lies, they are chains. Chains you can break only if you choose to. A winning mindset is built on belief, belief in yourself, your ability to learn, to grow, to adapt. It's about turning setbacks into lessons, failures into fuel. Every successful person has faced doubt and fear. The difference? They didn't let those feelings control them. They acknowledged the fear but acted anyway. They spoke words of power to themselves. I can. I will. I'm capable. Mindset is your inner dialogue. If you fill it with doubt, that's what you'll get. But if you fill it with courage and determination, you will unlock doors you never thought possible. Start training your mind like an athlete trains their body. Guard your thoughts, challenge your fears, visualize your success every day. When the storms come, and they will, your mindset will be your anchor. Because the world doesn't shape you, you shape how the world affects you. Master your mind, and you master your life. This is it, the final truth you need to hear. You have one life, one shot, one chance to make your mark on this world. Don't waste it living small, hiding behind fear, or settling for less. You were made for greatness, not mediocrity. Greatness doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who dare, those who risk, those who get up every time they fall and keep moving forward. You have dreams burning inside you, dreams that demand action. Don't silence them with excuses or distractions. Live boldly, speak loudly, love deeply. Take risks that scare you. Fail forward, learn fast, and never stop growing. Your legacy is written by the choices you make today, not the ones you plan to make someday. So stand up, step out, take control. The world is waiting for your greatness. Don't let it down, because you only get one life, one chance to be extraordinary. Make it count.